Cold Wind looked at his comrades' ashes and the family's desperate faces. He couldn't hold back his anger anymore. This man had taken Don't Tempt Fate to the extreme. A few months ago, a sudden war killed the old man's son on the border. Before they even received the ashes, a demolition crew stormed into the old man's home. They didn't just tear down the wall, they tried to destroy the son's memorial too. At the last second, the excavator hung in midair. Just then, Cold Wind arrived with his comrades' ashes. Seeing their son's ashes, the family was heartbroken. But the demolition thug raised a gun, acting fierce. This reckless man actually pointed a gun at the army. After being kicked down, he didn't regret it. Instead, he ordered his men to attack the soldiers. Just then, the police arrived. They barely parked when a few men fell from above onto the patrol car. It turned out the army had already taken down those thugs. Seeing the police, the thug pretended to be the victim again, limped forward, showing his earlier dominance, and provoked Cold Wind again. And that led to the kick at the start of the video. Cold Wind's kick not only killed the thug but defended the soldier's family's honor. It felt satisfying, but it ended his military career and gave him 3 years in prison. After prison, Cold Wind appeared in Africa. He traveled across the continent with just a patterned bullet. Every night, he stared at the bullet, lost in thought. During his sentence, his girlfriend Long Xiaoyun left a marriage request, then died in a border mission. All that was left was that patterned bullet. The captain told him, "Since you joined us, I asked most of the African chiefs. Nobody has seen a bullet like this." Cold Wind believed he would find her, even if he had to search all of Africa. Finally, in a chaotic small country, he met a Chinese shop owner. Things began to change. Suddenly, a rebel group called the Red Scarves stormed the shop. They wiped out all local police and killed anyone who resisted. The shop owner was in danger, so Cold Wind decided to act. The only survivor, Jack, removed his red scarf, signaling surrender. But the rebels outside kept killing civilians. Cold Wind suggested going to the Chinese embassy for safety because they were Chinese. Just as they stepped outside, a clown with a rocket launcher appeared. Incredibly, the rocket didn't explode and was caught successfully. Seeing the rebels slaughter civilians, Cold Wind decided to take his godson and the old mother to the embassy. Eventually, they reached the embassy gates, but the Red Scarves kept chasing. Cold Wind hid behind a car, pulling out a knife, ready to fight to the death. The Chinese embassy finally sent armed guards to stop the rebels. The rebels froze, scared to move. Ambassador Fan arrived just in time. Under strong pressure, the rebels had no choice but to retreat. Cold Wind led the civilians into the embassy, temporarily safe, showing China's strength. Meanwhile, the Chinese Navy in the South Indian Ocean received orders from the Central Military Commission to go to Africa for evacuation. The embassy and government forces escorted Chinese citizens to the port overnight, with Chinese flags on the vehicles to prevent attacks. By dawn, they arrived safely, and the sight of red flags gave everyone a sense of security. Ambassador Fan coordinated the evacuation. The country was in total chaos, and the lives and property of Chinese citizens were in danger. Could they send troops for protection? Without UN approval, our forces couldn't enter. Fan called the African Prime Minister, asking him to protect Dr. Chin. Dr. Chin was the core of the Chinese medical team in Africa. His research was the only hope against the epidemic and the top target of the Red Scarves. But the Prime Minister was controlled by the rebels. He was shot dead when he refused to reveal Dr. Chen's location. Cold Wind overheard Fan and the captain talking. Fan insisted on rescuing 47 Chinese factory workers, but the captain said without UN permission, no personnel could enter the combat zone. The evacuation had to be done by one person, and Cold Wind volunteered. When asked his identity, he said, former PLA Southeast Theater Special Ops, Wolf Squad, Cold Wind. Meanwhile, the mercenary leader learned Dr. Chen was at St. Fran Hospital. Cold Wind was in a foreign combat zone with no support or weapons. When he headed to St. Fran, mercenaries had already taken control but didn't know Dr. Chen's appearance. They threatened everyone, asking who Dr. Chen was. Dr. Rachel stepped up to protect civilians and claimed she was Dr. Chen. De Xiong shot her instantly just because someone said, she's a good doctor. The real Dr. Chen tried to sneak attack but was shot immediately. De Xiong realized the truth, eyes wide with rage. As he grabbed Dr. Rachel to vent his anger, the SUV smashed through the wall. Cold Wind arrived just in time to rescue Dr. Chen.